13 people were lost at sea, drifting helplessly for 3 days and 3 nights. Just when everyone thought hope was gone, one man suddenly disappeared in the middle of the night. Panic spread among the group, but before they could understand what happened, they saw something in the distance, an island. With their last bit of strength, they swam toward it and finally climbed ashore. They were exhausted but alive. After calming down, everyone began exploring the island. Found fresh water and plenty of fish in a nearby stream. That night, they made a bonfire on the beach, hoping someone might see the smoke and rescue them. But Matt, one of the group, knew the harsh truth: this island wasn't on any map. The next morning, heavy rain poured down. Eli looked up at the dark clouds and warned that the storm might last all day. Decided they needed to find shelter, so everyone followed him into the forest. After walking for hours through thick rain, they found an old villa. It looked abandoned, broken, and covered with moss, but it was better than the storm. Inside, Mary found a cabinet full of canned food. Everyone cheered, but Matt warned them not to waste it because they didn't know how long they'd be trapped. Nobody listened. They were too hungry. Frustrated, Matt walked out into the rain to cool his head. Later that night, everyone changed into dry clothes they found in the villa, but then they noticed something strange. One person was missing again. They were supposed to be 12, now only 11 remained. Early the next morning, Kevin, a quiet boy who rarely spoke, found an old notebook inside a drawer. It had strange symbols and what looked like a hand-drawn map leading to the mountain. Without telling anyone, he followed the map alone. As he walked deeper into the jungle, something began following him. A dark shadow moved behind the trees. Hours later, the group realized Kevin was missing. They started searching everywhere. When they climbed to the top of a hill, they found 2 graves. Kelly started to panic, calling out Kevin's name, but there was no response. Moments later, they found him unconscious near the graves, his forehead bleeding. Matt checked his pulse. He was still alive. When Kevin woke up, his eyes were full of fear. Whatever he had seen had terrified him completely. But he couldn't speak, he just kept shaking his head. The group carried him back to the villa. Everyone wanted to know what he saw, but Kevin stayed silent. The next day, Matt decided to split everyone into 2 groups, one to collect food and materials for survival, and the other to find a way to escape. Ben led the beach group, while Matt stayed at the villa. That night, Ben and his group drank alcohol they found in the villa, laughing and pretending everything was normal. Kevin caught a wild chicken in the forest for food. When Ben saw it, he tried to buy it with a golden pen, but Kevin refused. Later, Ben stole the chicken and told everyone he caught it himself. Nobody knew the truth. Later that night, Kevin suddenly collapsed. His wound was red and swollen. Matt checked it and realized it was infected, maybe even poisoned. He rushed back to camp and saw everyone preparing to eat using the same knife Kevin had used. He shouted, "Stop. Don't eat. The knife is poisoned." Everyone froze in shock. Lisa, a doctor among them, checked Kevin's wound but thought it was all part of some strange reality show. Matt got angry, saying this was no show, this was real. Kevin's breathing stopped suddenly, and everyone panicked. Matt and Lisa tried to save him, and after a few tense seconds, Kevin gasped and opened his eyes again. But his arm had started to rot badly. Matt had no choice. He sterilized the dagger, gave Kevin something to bite on, and cut off the infected part himself. Kevin screamed in agony, the sound echoing across the island. Lisa helped stop the bleeding. Somehow, Kevin survived. The surgery worked, for now. But everyone finally understood, this wasn't a game. The island was hiding something dark, something watching them. 2 graves were already waiting for them long before they arrived. The truth of this island was far more terrifying than any of them could imagine.